Hello everybody and welcome to the Gunslingers. I am Hooch, commander of Gunslingers VFA 105, and in today's mission we are doing a manual bombing run, or manual bombing mode, training scenario on Caracas. We have 5 GAZ-66 transports that we're going to try and destroy with the manual bombs. There's no other threats around, it's literally just us and the transport trucks. This is the standard training mission for the FATC Hornet. Everybody can play it, do it yourselves. I'm just doing it to put it on our channel just to possibly try and help other people who maybe haven't got time to play and they just want to watch a video of it being done. This is my first time really attempting this. I haven't been playing DCS that long, tried to get in with other groups and got a bit of a sour taste off some of the people that were in other groups who were like asking for other modules, etc, etc. So anyhow, with that aside, I started my own group, Gunslingers VFA 105. Anybody's welcome to join, take part. We're going to have a fantastic setup once everything's all sorted. So yeah, don't forget to join our Discord channel as well, which I think is in the link in the description. You can also like, comment and subscribe on the videos if you want to get in but you don't know how to. If you just put comments on there, I will reply to every message or every post that I see on the videos. I will reply to at my earliest convenience. Without further ado, let's get into it and get some trucks destroyed.
Like AG gun and rockets, we can also have a manual mode for unguided bombs. We can set a fixed gun reticle on the HUD to an entered mill depression. By using a set mill value with a bomb release dive angle, altitude, and airspeed, it can be a handy delivery method when CCIP and auto modes are not available. First, press the AG Master Mode button, or 2. Based on what you learned from the CCIP bombing lesson, you can see that you have 8 Mark 82 500-pound bombs under the wings. Select 82B from push button 6. This page should look familiar now. Select Mode from push button 5. Select Man on push button 2 to enter manual bombing mode. Next, select push button 4 to set your mechanical fuse. Select Nose Fuse by pressing push button 4. We now have program 1 for Mark 82 bombs set up to be in manual mode with a nose fuse setting. On the HUD you will note the fixed aiming pipper and reticle and the manual mode and mill setting on the right side. When in manual mode, your true airspeed is displayed under your calibrated airspeed. Select UFC to display the reticle option on the UFC.
So there's your reticle in the centre. There's the manual to say it's in manual bombing. That is the indicated airspeed, and that is the true airspeed. So that is the Mach at what speed you're doing, and that is the G's that you're exhibiting at present time.
Now select the RTCL option select button. As with AG gun and rockets, you can enter a mill value between 0 and 270 to position the aiming reticle and pipper on the HUD. Using what you learned in the CCIP bombing lesson, go ahead and set a release profile with the release quantity of 8 and multiple of 1 and an interval of 100 feet. Set a reticle value of 80 mils. Press spacebar to continue.
Okay, so first of all what we're going to do is we are going to set a release quantity of 8. So you press the button, which is quantity. You'll see the 2 little dashes appear to say that you're on that station. You press 8 and then enter. That is done. Next part is the multiples of 1. Multiple there. Make sure that you press it on that one first, then you get the dots. then you press 1 and enter. That is now done. And then it's going to go on to interval of 100 feet. So you go into INT 100, enter. That is now done. And then the next part of it was a reticle value of 80 mils. So you press reticle, make sure you've got 2 dots, 8, 0, enter. Once that's done, you'll now see manual with an 80 mil reticle. So we're going to press spacebar and continue with the flight.
I have now unpaused the lesson. Ahead of you at waypoint 1 is a line of target trucks. They are marked by a gate and a red smoke marker. For manual bombing to work best, you need to fly a very specific bombing profile. In this case, we have a mil setting of 80, so we want to release our bombs in a 20-degree dive angle at 3,200 feet and at an airspeed of 400 knots. When you are at these parameters and the pipper is over the target, press and hold the weapon release button or the right alt and spacebar keys.
So we need to be at a dive angle of 20, which at present we're at a dive angle of 40, 35, 30, but we also need to be at 3,500 feet, I believe it said,
altitude,
and
altitude.
a airspeed of 400 knots. So we're actually a few hundred feet low, so use that airspeed and get some of that off. Okay, so we are now at approximately 3,500 feet. Once we're going to go over the target, which should be coming upon us now, we're going to go into 20-degree dive angle, which is there, or thereabouts. And I've cocked that up massively.
Nice job. You can continue practicing in manual bombing mode or press escape.
Okay, so we got away with that one by the skin of our teeth somehow. It was a bit of a crap run, to be fair. It's all about keeping it nice and tight. Some tight knops is what we need. So yeah, we got. Although we completed the mission, we didn't do it in a very good fashion, to be fair. Just want to check as well. Let's just come off the afterburner. Yeah, so we've still got bomb spare as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly go back round and see if we can just finish them remaining targets off. Which is over there. I do need to get myself a track IR. I'm really struggling with this. Hat switch POV. It's like you want to look around and it's like jerky to try and get it done. I did buy a knockoff track IR, which was like
altitude.
bodged together on a 3D printed things, which wasn't exactly the best. There we go, that one's slightly better. Oh, just off ever so slightly. We did damage the other one, 9% damage, but that was a bit of a rush coming through on that one. Right, actually, just put it on. Actually, I don't need to do it. Yeah, I'll put it onto guns, and we shall do a low pass. We'll do a fast low pass and come through on guns and just finish them off, and then we'll end this video here. Actually, we destroyed that Gas 66. I think the damage must have been good enough to just finish it off. Whilst I've got a minute as well, I just want to say a massive thanks to Wags at Eagle Dynamics, who has helped me through some things, should we say. If he ever ends up watching this, he knows what I'm on about, because I had a lengthy discussion with him the other day about it. But the support from them guys is just phenomenal, and I mean the simulation game that they made is just, it is fantastic. I'm really new to this. I mean, I've been playing this for about a month now, I believe it is, and I am like just in love with this game. I have played flight simulators for, oh, Jesus Christ, I think I started playing flight simulators when I was 14, which was a long time ago. Started on the old Ace Combat games. No, actually I didn't. I started on Pilot Wings, which was on the PlayStation. Back in the day, on the very first PlayStation, I think it was. I think it was the PlayStation. I'm not sure, but no, I tell you what, it wasn't. It was the Super Nintendo, the SNES, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It was on there. But that's going way back. It's like 22 years ago since I was 14 years old and playing them. Along, like, I was in love with Flight Simulator X as well. I've spent so much money on that. But when you look at this compared to it, I know it's two totally different games, but I absolutely love it. The only thing that I would like to see, which I hope will be possible, and I'm going to get in touch with Wags about it again and see what we can do, is I know we've got civilian traffic slider, but a lot of people are getting confused and thinking that's for AI aircraft, and it's not. The civilian traffic slider is literally for civilian traffic on the ground. But what I would like to see is, I would like to see actual civilian airliner traffic flying around. I think that'd be pretty darn cool. Power up and go. So you know what I mean about that hat switch? It's a bit... Ooh. But yeah, I'd like to see like AI airliners just flying around, so like having a passenger jet, and you have to, if you're on a training mission like we are now, or you're on the Nevada map or the Persian Gulf map, you come to some of the you come to some of the airports. Yeah, you were destroying another one. Sorry, you come to some of the airports, like Dubai on the Persian Gulf map, or like Nellis Air Force Base and stuff on the Nevada map, and the airports are desolate. They're quite eerie. It's like very apocalyptic. So it'd be nice to see some like airliners that are taking off and flying around on that. The other thing I'd like to see is I'd like to see, I know it's like a combat simulation, but I'd like to be able to contract? God, I can't get my words out tonight. It's late, so, you know, or something like that, and flying AWACS around in missions. I think that'd be quite cool as well. On some of the missions anyway, so where one person could be flying around jamming signals and stuff, you could be flying on your merry way and bombing targets left, right in Chelsea. But no, it's absolutely amazing, this simulation. I absolutely love it. I think it's one of best things I ever bought with the modules. I'm not in a position where I can buy all the modules by any means, because yes, they are quite expensive. Wags did actually tell me that they were working on a scheme where you can possibly end up financing some of the modules in the future, which would be really, really great for some people. Because they are a lot of money, but when you see all the amount of detail and the time and the effort that have gone into them, you can understand why.
Altitude.
So thank you for that, and thank you for creating such a real and immersive simulation. I haven't got the best specs in the world, so that's why it's a bit jittery and pausey. I've got an Intel i5 4670K. I've got an MSI Z87 GD65 gaming motherboard. I've got a Vexia 16 gig of DDR3 RAM at 2400 MHz, and also what else have I got? A Corsair H40 water cooler and a Corsair RMX 850i power supply, which is a modular power supply. And the graphics card I'm using is a Palette GTX 980 Super Jetstream, and I think that is 4GB of DDR5. So it's not the best, but by no means is it the worst. So that just gives you a little insight, like if you like my stuff or whatever, that's currently the stuff that I'm using to power my rig. That was a bit there. Oh Christ, we took off again. See, that was a bit of a garbage landing, but that was because I wasn't paying any attention whatsoever. But yeah, there we are, guys. Quick bombing run, not perfect, first time doing it. Yeah, if you've got any questions, just put it in the comments. Even if they're bad, I don't mind negative comments, because negative comments just help you learn and become better at what you're doing than what you're currently doing now. So I don't mind if people are like, oh, you've done this wrong, you've done that wrong. Hey, bring it on. I honestly do not mind one iota. I prefer it, if I'm honest, because it just helps you learn. But this is one thing that we are going for on Gunslingers VFA 105. We are going to help people. We're going to train people how to use the game properly, how to do things properly without having to worry and make yourself look like a tit, because like I say, I'm not perfect at the game. There's so many things I could improve on, but it's just having patience with it. I mean, I know little bits away around the cockpit. I'm not a massive nerd and knows everything, but yeah, it's definitely a learning curve, like the one I've just done now. I put the wings up, so I folded the wingtips away, and when you fold the wingtips, when you put the wingtips up, it automatically, well, not automatically, but you see the NWS high? That means the nose wheel steering is in the high position, so it's literally, I'll show you, it is twitchy as hell. See if I can get I'm not using my livery at the minute either, I'm just using the custom livery. So you can see how twitchy like the nose wheel steering is. That's for, obviously, if you're on a carrier and you've got to make tight turns. I mainly fly on carriers, so that's kind of why I've folded the wings, which was a bit silly. But anyway, the wings have been put back down now, and you'll notice now you just get the normal rate of turning. If I hold the button, I can get the nose wheel steering high back again, but if I let go of the button, it'll disappear and it'll just go back to nose wheel steering normal. But if you have the wings folded, it keeps the nose wheel steering on high permanently, so you don't have to hold the button or anything. So I am going to put it just over here. And kill the left engine. Okay, I'm going to put it just there. Pull the parking brake out. And kill the right engine. So, there we go guys, that's the bombing mission done for today. If you like it, like, comment, subscribe. If you hate it, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to join us, help us improve it, and help us be a successful outfit. And we are going to be putting rules out to different people based on their experience. We're going to have training programs, training days, training missions, and basically we're going to have people who will help you from complete novice to literally build the game today to people that have played the game for thousands of hours, because at the end of the day there's a lot of people that play the simulation who don't want to help anybody. All they want to do is literally just play the game, which, you know, I get that, but I'm a firm believer that you should help people out, because you don't know, there might be something in the future that you don't understand that they understand perfectly. You know, it's just one of those things. Oh, that's another thing as well. The 105s, we do have our
request rearming
unlivery, which is that one. The Tonight We Ride VFA 105 Gunslingers, and it's an absolutely beautiful livery. And this is what we normally use. This is our livery. And Gunslingers there on the fuel tank at the bottom. So yeah, every member that comes along will get this livery given to them. They can apply it to their I forgot the weapons had loaded up again. They can apply it to their aircraft whilst you're flying with the VFA 105s. So,
rearming complete.
Thank you very much, Ground Crew. So yeah, that's that. And then if I don't know if you can see it from here, I might have to shut the cockpit. Is it gonna? No, I can't get it up. On the speed brake on the back, when it's extended, it says "Give them hell," like it says on the front there, but it's on the back. So anyway, guys, like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to our latest subscriber, I really appreciate it. Put some comments on, we'll get chatting, join our Discord server, and we shall go from there. Thank you very much. Hooch out.